Mission Kids, welcome back to another week of Mission Kids Church at Home. It is going to be an awesome Sunday. Are you ready? Let's jump in. This month, we are talking all about challenges, and more specifically, challenges that people in the Bible faced and overcame. But before we get to our Bible story today, let's worship together. Be sure to turn up the volume wherever you're watching this, get up on your feet, and let's sing and dance to celebrate how great God is.
I've been trying to find it, find the wild for this rebel heart. I've been coming up empty, can't find an ending if I had no start. I finally found the answer to my purpose. It turns out you were closer than I ever thought, and now I'm gonna live my life on purpose, the way I could have all along. I was chasing meaning, looking for a feeling. Now I found your freedom, and I know it's here to stay. When I'm restless, I run to your presence. There's no better promise than your way. It's how I was born to run, run, run. This heart was made to run, run, run. I was feeling so heavy until you showed up and you took the weight, running through open spaces. Now my rebel heart has found its way. I finally found the answer to my purpose. It turns out you were closer than I ever thought, and now I'm gonna live my life on purpose, the way I could have all along. I was chasing meaning, looking for a feeling. Now I found your freedom, and I know it's here to stay. When I'm restless, I run to your presence. There's no better promise than your way. It's how I was born to run, run, run. This heart was made to run, run, run. This heart was made to run, run, run. This heart was made to run, This heart was made to run. Faith and vision collide. Got dreams run wild when life is all about you. Now my future begins in your freedom. Jesus, I'm all about you. I was chasing meaning, looking for a feeling. Now I found your freedom, and I know it's here to stay. When I'm restless, I run to your presence. There's no better promise than your way. This heart was born to run, run, run. This heart was made to run, run, run. This heart was made to run.
The fight is on. I'll hold my ground. I'm gonna crash the lies of the enemy. I won't back down, 'cause I'm not alone. With you, my God, I'll conquer anything.
watch sports or know anything about sports, you probably know about the referee. Referees are the people that have to carefully watch a game so that they can make the right call. Referees are people who are in good shape, they're observant, they have strong character, and they have to make decisions quickly because they're watching the game from a different point of view. It's kind of like that with Jesus too. When Jesus sees the challenges that you and I are facing, he sees them from a big picture point of view. Check this out.
Oh, hey there, you chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl. Welcome to Grow TV. Hey, today's a very stressful but exciting day. Now I'm trying out for a basketball team, and there's 2 tests that I have to pass. A physical test and then a sports history test. Now, as you can imagine, I obviously passed the physical test. But I need to pass the sports history next. The test is tomorrow, so I was hoping I could practice for it now, if that's okay. Okay, perfect. Let's get started. Question number 1. What does the NBA stand for? A, National Basketball Association, or B, Never Bounce Apples? I didn't think this first question was going to be so tough. All right. We'll use basketball, not apples. Duh. I'm going to go with B. Ah! Got it wrong. All right, next one. How many bases are in a baseball field? Let me think. If there's 9 players on each team, that means there's 18 baseball cleats that all get packed into one bag. And if there are 8 planets, and we're the 3rd closest to the sun, and the sun is the brightest star in our galaxy, then that means there has to be 34 bases. 34! Final answer! No! I meant 34 minus 30! All right, one more. I gotta get this one. Being on the basketball team is my dream. Here we go. What thing do teams pull on tug of war? Breathe, Carl. You know this. Just go with your gut. Don't think, just say it. Don't think, just say it. They pull butternut squash. Oh, wrong. A rope? Are you kidding me?
Whoa, Carl, what's going on?
It's the end of the world, Cassie. It's the end of the world, and it's my fault.
Well, I'm glad you're being so calm and not freaking out.
Well, Cassie, I have to pass my sports history test tomorrow. And well, I was practicing, and I was failing more than practicing.
I'm sure it wasn't that bad. I bet the questions are tough.
Really? All right, let's see if you can guess them. Give it a shot.
All right. Number 1, NBA stands for National Basketball Association. Number 2, there are 4 bases in baseball. And number 3, you use a rope in tug of war. Wow, these are really easy.
I don't like this.
Listen, if you keep practicing, it'll get easier. This is just a challenge you have to overcome.
What do you mean, a challenge?
You know, a challenge. Something that may be a little difficult, but you have to work on it to overcome it.
Oh, I got it. I don't know. It just seems like a super tough situation that I might not be able to overcome.
Well, you gotta try, right? Jesus went through a lot of struggles himself. You know that, didn't you?
Of course, more than I can count.
And you know how you were guessing those answers and trying to predict which ones were right?
Yeah, I wasn't really good at predicting.
Sure, but Jesus was.
Jesus made predictions?
All the time. But there's one specific time that Jesus made a prediction that made someone pretty angry.
Ooh, drama. I'm all about the drama.
Well, Jesus was teaching the disciples, and what he told them is that he was going to die and be raised from the dead 3 days later.
Predicting your own death? I'd say that's a little more impressive than predicting a sports question.
So you can imagine that was pretty big news to everyone there, because they didn't want Jesus to die.
Of course not. They had just met him, and they all loved him.
Yeah, and so out of everyone, Peter was the most upset.
Classic Peter.
Peter pulled Jesus to the side and let him know how much he disapproved of what Jesus said.
Whoa! Peter disapproved? Didn't he know who he was talking to?
He did, of course. Peter just didn't understand why Jesus felt like he had to die. Jesus shut him down and began to tell them more of some really important stuff.
I think I remember what that was. Right, Jesus told them that if they wanted to follow him, they would have to deny themselves and pick up their cross. What does that mean?
It means to choose what God wants over what we want.
Well, that doesn't sound easy.
It definitely isn't, but it's what it takes, and as you know, it's worth it.
I sure do, but...
What?
Well, this whole sports history challenge is just one challenge that I have and will face. But Jesus never had to try for a basketball team or study for a test.
Yeah, so?
So, maybe Jesus did have challenges, but ours might be a little different. I guess it would be nice for someone to know exactly what my challenges are.
Well, Carl, I can tell you that just because Jesus hasn't faced the challenges you face, it doesn't mean he can't help or doesn't understand.
I don't know, Cassie. What would the Son of God know about having to study for a test? He's Jesus. He knows everything.
Think about it, Carl. The only reason Jesus was on the earth was to show us how much he loves us. He was tempted more than anyone else and experienced everything that humans go through. Loneliness, rejection, disappointment, sadness, you name it. There's no challenge that he doesn't understand.
You really believe Jesus understands my challenges?
100%. And I also believe you just said our big idea.
Oh my goodness.
Today's big idea is Jesus understands my challenges.
So let's say it super loud on the count of 3. Ready?
Ready?
1,
2,
3. Jesus understands my challenges! Yes! Yes, he does! Jesus understands my challenges. Well, now I feel a lot more ready for any kind of challenge.
you think?
Of course! Bring it on, world! You can't stop me.
All right, what's this?
That is a baseball bat.
Yep, you nailed it. See you next week, kiddos.
Hit one out of the park. Yeah!
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Pro TV.
In our story today, we see Jesus facing a really serious challenge. And it was even more serious because it was about his own death. Jesus told his friends that he was going to die soon. And Jesus knew that he had to die because he was going to save the world. But his friends, the disciples, didn't know this. They didn't understand why Jesus would choose this. But Jesus had to remind his friends that when you follow God, you do what Jesus did, which is let go of your own way to follow God's way. I bet it wasn't easy for Jesus to choose to go God's way, but he knew that this was the only way to save the world from sin. And so Jesus accepted the challenge. As followers of Jesus, we're called to accept the challenge too. It's not always easy to obey God and do the things he wants us to do. And trust me, Jesus gets it. Jesus knows just how hard it is. But we know, just like Jesus did, that God's ways are always better, even if we can't see it yet. Let's head to our Bible verse for the last time this month. Our verse this month is 1 John 5:5. Here's what it says. Who is it that overcomes the world? Only the one who believes Jesus is the Son of God. Okay, for the last time this month, let's say our Bible verse together. Are you ready? 1 John 5:5. Who is it that overcomes the world? Only the one who believes Jesus is the Son of God. Awesome job, you guys. I love that we have been saying this verse this month because it's a great reminder that whenever we face challenges or obstacles, we don't have to be afraid because Jesus is by our side. And it doesn't mean that it'll be easy, but it means we can face anything that comes at us with confidence. That's it for this Sunday. Head to missionventura.com/kids to check out this week's activities and discussion questions for you to do together. It's the last week of our family challenges for this month. Grab your family challenge scorecard and get ready to play the game. Head to missionventura.com/kids to read the instructions for how to play an epic game of rock, paper, scissors, and then have fun playing together as a family. And don't forget, Mission Kids Elementary now has 2 times that you can jump on the elementary platform to watch Elementary Live. You can hop on at 11:30 in the morning or at 5 p.m. Head to missionventura.online.church to check it out. Have a great week, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye, guys.